Okay, so over the last few videos, I've been talking a lot about what it takes to be successful. We'll be talking about the mindset and the action plan and the steps you need to take to achieve the things that you want to achieve. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about the one key thing that separates the most successful people on earth from those who struggle. And if you apply that same tactic to your art career, it'll literally be impossible for you not to succeed. Your chances of not succeeding will be literally slim to none. So I'm going to talk about that in this video. But first, if you do not know who I am, my name is Gerard Henry. I'm the founder of Artist Rise. Over the past 2 years, I helped a ton of artists make consistent art sales online. And my only goal here is to provide as much value as possible to help as many artists achieve the things that they want to achieve along their journey of life. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video. So here's the thing. When it comes to success, there's one key trait that every successful person follows. There's one key thing, and I'm going to explain it, but first I want to give you some background. So over the past 8 years, I've been on one journey, and that's been a journey focused on helping artists make sales independently. I started this journey on how to help artists succeed independently about 8 years ago. But it wasn't until the last 4 years that we started seeing results. However, when we started seeing results, the company grew extremely quickly, and it's something I'm extremely proud of. But why did it take 4 years for me to reach success when I've been on this journey for 8 years? What happened in the first 4 that I had to change that allowed me to see success in those second 4 years? You see, what happened was that over those first 4 years when I first started this journey, I used to test and try so many things, so many ideas, so many concepts. Basically, any idea that came to my mind, I thought it would work for what I want to achieve, which is help artists succeed independently. I was testing it. And what happened was I would test, realize it didn't work, then test the next thing, realize it didn't work, then test the next thing, then realize it didn't work, and I continued this cycle for years. Now, some of these tests probably took me 3 months, 6 months, 7 months, whatever that number may be, but then afterwards I would just stop and go on to the next thing. And I kept on doing this instead of me actually moving forward. Then I met a mentor named Sam, and Sam says, hey, here's the thing. If you want to succeed, you need to choose one route. One route, that's it. Once you choose that route, commit to yourself to stay on that path. Do not leave the path. Do not try and look for a different route. Stay on that path. And he says, here's the thing, is that those that really succeed understand that there's a solution to every problem. So instead of when a problem approach, you take a different route, they just find a solution to that problem and continue on a path they're already on. Let me explain. You see, here's what happens for a lot of artists in today's time. You probably see a video like this, or you may see another video on my channel. You'll hear me talk about a certain process you should apply to make sales. Most likely you test that out for maybe a day, maybe even a week, maybe a month. And then you find yourself having trouble. Maybe you're not getting the initial results that you wanted to achieve. Maybe you're not making the initial sales that you wanted to make. Maybe you're not seeing the response that I say you should expect to see. So then what happens is we make a decision. And that decision, we ask ourselves, do it work or do it don't work? And then we just make this decision. What happens is we decide that it don't work. But once we make that decision, we move away and try something else. So you probably was growing initially. And let's say this is success. This is you growing. You're growing initially, then you run into that problem and you realize you're stuck. And then once you're stuck, you ask the question of do it work or do it don't work? Then when you say it don't work, you start all over again and then you start growing. And then we become stuck again. And then once you're stuck, you ask yourself, do it work or do it don't work? Nope, it don't work, try something else. So we're literally doing this. And success is right here. So what you have to do instead of asking, do it work or do it not work, you want to ask yourself, when you hit this roadblock, why is it not working? What's causing me to hit this roadblock? What's causing me to become stuck? How can I get past this? How can I resolve this problem? And what happens is once you hit this roadblock and then you think about the solution to resolve that problem, you then do this. You get past that roadblock, then you start growing again. And now you're closer to success. Now here's where it gets interesting. You're gonna run into another roadblock. That's just how it works. And then once that second roadblock come along, you're gonna then think about quitting, do it work or do it not work? Or you can think about how can I get past this roadblock? Then once you get past that roadblock, you continue to grow. You see, the most successful people stay on one path. And on that path, they just understand there's gonna be problems. And when those problems arrive, they just focus on the solution. How can I resolve this problem to continue moving straight? A great analogy I always give, I say, hey, in order to succeed, you have to have a destination. So imagine you're in New York and you wanna go to Los Angeles. Let's say it's a 14-hour drive or a 17-hour drive, however many hours that drive may be. But you wanna drive from New York to Los Angeles. What's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna put in your GPS how to get there. Now, luckily, that GPS is going to tell you exactly which turns to make. It's going to tell you what may lie on the road ahead of you. It's going to tell you how long it's going to take for you to reach that destination. And you know, as long as I follow this GPS, I'm going to arrive at my destination. So then you get in your car and you start following the GPS. Let's say an hour into the ride, you get a flat tire. The question is what you're going to do at that point. Are you going to call AAA to get you back home? No. More than likely, you're going to find a way to resolve the flat tire problem. You're probably going to get the tire fixed. You're going to call someone to get it fixed, whether that's 911 or AAA or whoever, and you're going to ask them to resolve the issue, or you're going to change the tire yourself. Once you change the tire, the first thing that's going to come to mind is to continue that journey. That tire blowing out was the problem. The first thing you thought about was a solution, and then once you have that solution, you continue moving forward to that destination you have in mind. The only problem is we're not doing this with our art career. We on board in that journey and getting in the car to get to the financial goals and the success we want as an artist. But the minute we get that flat tire, we think about going to take a different route. We think about getting in a new car. We think about changing direction. We think about going back home. No, do not go back home. Think about how can you resolve that problem. By the way, that flat tire for you may be not understanding how to find your buyers. That flat tire may be no one is buying your artwork even when you talk to them. That flat tire may be you not being able to get in front of those buyers consistently. But the reality is that no matter what caused the flat tire is irrelevant. What's more important is how you're going to resolve that to continue your journey. So what am I saying? Here's the thing, along your journey, you're going to run into a lot of trial and error. You're going to run into a lot of road bumps. You're going to make a lot of mistakes and you're going to feel stuck. When you feel stuck, understand there's only one solution, and that's for you to resolve the problem. Don't ever get out of the car and think of a new route. Just think about how can I resolve the problem to continue straight. I have so many friends that started so many businesses, mainly because they started the business and they seen some little growth, but as soon as they ran into a problem, they gave up and started the new business, and then started the new business, and then started the new business, and started the new idea. What I'm saying is find one route, continue along that journey, understand that you're gonna run into some roadblocks ahead, and more importantly, just think about how to overcome that roadblock. Then you continue going, and you continue going. And as long as you continue going straight, eventually you're going to arrive at your destination. Once you arrive at your destination, feel free to celebrate. Now in this video, I'm going to explain the type of mindset you need in order to get to that destination, who you need to become, and how quickly you need to become this person if you really want to sell a lot of artwork. So with that being said, go ahead and I'm going to see you on this video here.